The president has scored a major win for his long-promised southern border wall.
A Supreme Court ruling over the weekend comes in the wake of a blow to the administration's new asylum rule. CBN News Capitol Hill correspondent Abigail Robertson has the latest on the southern immigration front. Abigail?
Well, the narrow ruling allows $2.5 billion in defense funds to be used for building a southern border wall. Meanwhile, court challenges continue against the president's declaring the border a national emergency, which allows him access to that money.
So we're going to build a wall. It'll be a great wall. Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
So far, Mexico is not paying for the wall. But the decision paves the way for President Trump to deliver on his #1 2016 campaign promise.
And we are still on schedule now to have 450 miles of wall built by the end of 2020.
The Supreme Court decision overrules a federal judge's order, freezing billions of dollars made available for the wall through the emergency declaration.
What the president tried to do was basically completely disregard our democratic process and just take money that Congress hadn't given him to build the wall anyway.
The ACLU, which sued over the president's ability to use the funds, responded to Friday's decision by arguing it is temporary and the fight is, quote, not over. We will be asking the federal appeals court to expedite the ongoing appeals proceeding to halt this irreversible and imminent damage from Trump's border wall.
And we are so swamped.
In other immigration developments, Ken Cuccinelli, acting director of the Citizenship and Immigration Services Office, spoke with CBN News about the administration reaching an agreement to have migrants from countries like El Salvador and Honduras apply for asylum in Guatemala rather than in the U.S.
That we're trying to unbury ourselves systematically so we can let the good ones in. And by good ones, I just mean people who have traditional asylum claims, who have persecution for religious reasons.
Cuccinelli says his department has a backlog of 300,000 asylum requests, and the Department of Justice is wading through some 500,000 more. The administration hopes the new policy, which spurred weekend protests in Guatemala, will help ease the, quote, dire crisis at the southern border.
2020 Democrat presidential candidates are expected to criticize the asylum changes and Supreme Court decision while touting their own immigration policies in this week's second round of debates beginning Tuesday night.